See, this is the Tenderloin district right here. Gary Street down to McAllister, Van Ness over to Mason Street. Less than 1 square mile, 37,000 residents living in about 305 buildings, and many of them are low-income apartments and SROs, which stands for single resident occupancy. Many people, I'm telling you this, have given up on the Tenderloin district.
And so growing up in the Tenderloin, I saw a lot of blood and a lot of physical abuse.
I ran away from home when I was 16, and so I was in the city 29 years, just living on the streets, homeless. I started drinking alcohol, and so that's what started me using drugs.
Over the next few years, the drugs just got a little heavier, and basically everyone I knew was involved in it one way or the other, whether it was drinking or doing pills or heroin, coke, just different stuff.
I was hanging out with kids that lived on Polk Street, and I started selling myself on the streets, just trying to keep a roof over my head.
Felt just completely alone. You have literally nothing, just filthy from head to toe, and really just looking at it like, where else am I gonna go?
People want out, but they don't know how.
I was just hungry for anything. My soul was so longing for something real. But I remember just calling out to God and saying, God, if you're for real, can you just show me?
Jesus still wants to pursue that one person at any cost. I'm talking about right now, there's someone waking up in the Tenderloin saying, God, have you forgotten about me? God, are you there? God, are you real? Can you remind me? They're laying their heads at night saying, God, no one cares for me in this community. Are you even real? Do you hear my prayer? But let me tell you this. It's the darkest places that God shines the brightest. Seriously.
One of the nurses, I remember when I first got here, she went to see me waiting in the line at the rescue mission, and she just kind of grabbed me. What are you doing out here? Get in here, and like, how can we help you out? You know, really just kind of sat me down in the chair and like, this is what we have to offer. Like, what do you need?
I remember it was my 18th birthday, and Pastor Chris and Corey came by and knocking my door, just even to say hi, you know, and just to pray.
It was just like the phone calls, you know, somebody cared other than he wasn't trying to get anything from me, you know? He was just trying to encourage me. All the time on the street, I never knew anybody that didn't want something from me. And, and Ralph he didn't want anything from me.
When I was in the building, I could have just, you know, kept isolating myself, but they stepped out and they never gave up in visiting.
There was something that really stuck out, the spirit about them, you know, just even in the midst of where they're at, they're just staying joyful, serving, helping people, and it just seemed like a good place to stay. I
think the one thing that City of Impact has done that impacted my life was the genuine love of Christ in and through them. I did not feel like I was a stranger. I felt like I was at home, like Pastor Roger might say. Like, they're like my mom and dad.
And that's why I'm here, because I want to encourage the people that I grew up with. If God can change me, He can change anybody.
What does it mean to reimagine church? Reimagine Church is to rethink what church should look like according to Scripture. Can you picture a church that impacts the community so much that we are solving community issues that no one has yet solved? That's what we're going for. Picture everyone in the Tenderloin accounted for and taken care of. That's what I'm talking about. Where we truly love our neighbors and we know them by name.